President-elect Donald Trump meeting with General David Petraeus today and Mitt Romney tomorrow as Trump allies continue to raise concerns over Mitt Romney for Secretary of State to Charlie Gasparino on what he's hearing. I mean, golly, they're up in arms. Pitchforks and torches are out.
Well, I mean, here's the kind of interesting, this is a little bit of inside baseball here. You know, generally, it's the people that Romney surrounds himself with, Stuart Stevens, all those type of political operatives that are the A team. The B team is usually the Mike Bossies and the Kellyanne Conway during these elections. And then you have your niche players like, that do the outside work, like Roger Stone. This got flipped, right? The Kellyannes, the Bossies, they're now the A team, and they see a threat with Romney's people coming in because Romney would bring his staff. And by the way, you want to know how that's a possibility. Look at Stuart Stevens' Twitter feed. It's been very complimentary of Trump lately. So clearly, Kellyanne sees those guys trying to reassert themselves in power, and that's why she's saying what she's saying.
But by the same token, Kellyanne, I think, is also echoing a real dissatisfaction in the heartland. I mean, people who propelled Donald Trump to the presidency, in part because of the Mitt Romneys of the world. They rejected Mitt Romney 100%.
And her and Bossie and all those B players are more renegade, and they don't want to turn it back to the establishment choices. So that's the fight. We got a little bit of news here.
Okay, let's do it.
Just so you know. The word coming out of Trump Tower is that Treasury Secretary that we're kind of worried about and concerned about because we are a business network. That's going to come sometime after the Secretary of State is either decided or they come to terms with it. So that's what's kind of holding that up. The inside track still, I hear, is Steve Mnuchin. That doesn't mean it can't change. That doesn't mean Donald doesn't do a last-minute Hail Mary and call Jamie Dimon, and for some reason he says yes. But that's what I hear right now. The State Department job is interesting because John Bolton's name is being bandied about possibly as Secretary of State if he doesn't pick Petraeus, if he doesn't pick Romney, if Rudy doesn't get it, but also as a potential number two with a lot of power. The way it was described to me is Bolton might be a Deputy Secretary of State, but more in the line of a COO, like a Chief Operating Officer. Like he would have a lot of operating power within the State Department. Kind of different than what went on during the Obama years when Kerry and Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. There were number twos, but they didn't have that much power. That's what I think. That's
the rationale for that, though.
Well, I think they want to give him a job. They think he's a valuable guy, and he will only take a job like that if he has some degree of power within the administration.
How would that work if it was a Mitt Romney and a John Bolton in the same mix?
I don't see that, because Mitt Romney is a type of guy that, if he runs it, listen, maybe they're best friends. I have no idea, but just way I think of Mitt Romney, he's an operating guy, right?
Real quick, we got to go. Latest on Rudy? Still in the running?
I don't think so, but, listen, everything could change over there. I mean, listen, I always caveat this. This is what I'm hearing from my sources. Donald makes his own mind up, and he's known to change at the last minute, and you might read about it in a tweet.
All right, well, we got Mitt Romney meeting number two. That means something. Thanks a lot, Charlie.